Interesting little find that popped up as a suggestion. There are just too many positives and no real negatives besides being too small to be loud. Compared to pocket battery amps, the full range, yes, their soundbar speakers, drivers built into this little chassis actually provide a wide range of tones. The output jack essentially turns the pedal into a preamp, and doesn't sound too bad to boot. I was recording a faithful version of Let's My Own Worst Enemy in no time. Internal speakers do turn off when you use the outputs, which is probably what most people want anyways. The delays sounds really good for a built-in one, totally usable and good for providing ambience. The controls all work as intended without any funny business. Yes, it can self-oscillate, it's not analog. The drive I was not keen on until I did some tweaking. The gain structure is similar to a DS1 but has more clean signal in the lower stages, especially with the built-in speakers. Now let's get into the real game-changing aspect of this device. 1. It's built like a tank. For under $100 it's totally worth it on power bank capabilities alone. 2. It supports 3 9V outputs for powering pedals/other devices. This could really save someone in a pinch if they had to set up someplace without a power strip that can reach your wall wart. Even for monitoring a signal on stage, keyboard players, drummers with sample pads, etc. I'm thinking about you, this would work wonders. Love the design, build and function. Whoever came up with this one knocked it out of the park. 10/10. Highly recommend. Has distortion channel or clean channel? Want to practice a night? No problem, it has a headphone out jack. Plus it has delay and controls for bass and treble and distortion. Great price too. I saw a guy mic the speakers on stage. He did a whole set with this. I bought one for myself, worked great. Went ahead and gave it to my friend as his amp recently stopped working, ordered another one to replace it. Recommended it to another friend who subsequently purchased two. If you are on the fence and not sure, just get it, you'll be glad you did. Props to Caline. I am loving this so far. It does exactly what it purports to do. Aside from the ugly color, it actually seems quite sturdy despite being housed in plastic. It comes in a cardboard box that is well made, surrounded by black foam, including a top and side areas for the cords, etc. Sound-wise, I really like the quality and the volume and the facet that you can plug it in or charge it up, making it extremely portable. I tested it using my pedal board, inputting it into the unit, and it works perfectly well. Fingers crossed, as I will be doing more testing, plugging into a PA mixer, etc. The clean sound, delay, and reverb are excellent. Distortion, when engaged, can be dialed down. I haven't used the plug-in capability to power several pedals yet, but the convenience, compact size, and all that it delivers for whatever purpose you have, especially at home, is great. I'm very glad I took a chance. If it lasts, all the better. I highly recommend. Best practice amp ever played, and also use as monitors as well. Got this to just have something on the go that was rechargeable and ended up being my most used amp, as well as desktop monitors for the TV and quick mixes through the auxiliary. The clean tone is a nice even naturally compressed tone, sounds great with both on a 72 STRAT and 80s SG, also the 3 effects DC outs are pretty amazing. If not looking for an emulator with digital effects, if you prefer a more analog tone and use pedals, this is a 10 out of 10. The primary difference between this and similar amps like the Crush are the speakers and whatever is going on there. Hard to explain, but the two little 3in speakers have a great full tone rather than that thin boxy tone that usually get from a practice amp. Seriously was not expecting the quality of what I got, just wanted the battery and portability. I also ended up getting bass version, which also sounds amazing, and with both bass and guitar, it may be preferable if looking for a cleaner tone. Note the one I received did not hold a charge, but the replacement was totally fine. In terms of built-in effects, both good for what they do and both sound to be analog. The delay can be tweaked to create a nice reverb, and the distortion is definitely distortion, a good distortion but not fuzz, not gain. Let me start with the one negative knock. When I plug it in and use it at the same time, there's a high pitch whine that is hard to ignore. When it's running off the battery, it goes away. If it wasn't for that small issue, this would be a 5-star product. Do you want a practice amp? Want an analog delay? Want a power supply for 3 pedals while you practice? Headphone jack, auxiliary in, output to your audio interface or recorder? How about a need for a Bluetooth speaker? It does that too. Search for CA100 and it should connect. This is an incredible value for anyone who plays guitar. If you're okay with using it on the battery, pick one up. Lastly, sound quality isn't terrible. It's loud enough to fill a room and doesn't give you ear-piercing high frequencies.